Hey Hawk Nation, I'm Madeline Hartley.
And I'm Lika and Kenshore.
And this is your weekly Hartford Athletics recap. We hope you guys enjoyed your time away from campus for spring break. I know that I did.
I definitely enjoyed being able to binge Netflix instead of doing homework.
Yeah.
But while everyone was away and taking a well-needed vacation, the Hartford spring athletic teams were in full gear.
That's right. While we were away, the Hartford softball team added some more wins to their belt as they took on a competitive playing field over the break.
The Hawks attended the Flow Sports Spring Game Series on March 10th in Madeira Beach, where they got off to a slow start, but Hartford pushed on and was able to finish off the series with a 7-5 victory over Lafayette.
That's so good. After their weekend series in the Sunshine State, the team returned stateside for another week of matchups. The Hawks would see standout performances from a number of athletes, and their efforts would pay off.
That they did. A late comeback took Hartford to a 3-2 victory over Siena College on March 18th. With the first few weeks of their schedule crossed off the board, the Hawks are now 5-10 on the season.
The Hartford men's golf team opened up its spring campaign on March 9th at the Sacred Heart Invitational in Daytona Beach. The Hawks would power through the fairways, sinking a number of birdies.
Wow. Senior Manuel Romero led the team with his 29th place finish as he carded 6 over 150 for the tournament. The Hawks' performances placed them 9th overall.
That is not a bad way to start off the season at all. Speaking of starting off the season right, the success for the Hartford women's lacrosse team continued into the break.
Continued is an understatement. The team remains undefeated at 6-0 on the season after sweeping their spring break lineup. From a 13-12 victory at FDU on March 11 to a record-setting game against Westminster, where graduate midfielder Emily Steele tied the program record with 11 draw controls. In the 20-7 win, this lacrosse program is on a roll.
I love that for them. It definitely seems like this women's lacrosse season might just be history in the making. I'll have to check out their game this weekend against Stenson.
I just might have to go with you. The Hartford baseball team saw some success over the break as well. As they displayed some knockout performances among their 7 games, the Hawks registered 3 home runs, 49 hits, and 35 strikeouts.
The Hawks also registered their first win of the season over the break in the second game of a doubleheader against Georgetown on March 11th. After tying the game up at 3-0 in the 8th inning, the scoreboard remained unchanged, but the Hawks took advantage of a fielder's choice and a throwing error in the bottom of the 12th inning for the 5-3 win.
Hey, not too bad. The women's golf team teed off at the Sacred Heart Invitational on March 13th in Daytona Beach, looking for some success to start their spring campaign. Senior Laura Young and sophomore Leslie Lee led the Hawks in the first round, both carding 11 over 82.
Hartford kept their momentum going in the second round, where sophomore Madeline Adam carded a 5 over 77, a 5-stroke improvement from round 1. The Hawks' efforts placed them 11th overall to finish the tournament.
The Hartford men's lacrosse team puts its undefeated season to the test as they took on Randolph. The Hawks proved that their first shutout against Mitchell was not a fluke, as they took down the Wildcats 12-0.
Wow. The victory puts the team in the Hartford Athletics record book once again, as it seems the first time in program history that 2 shutouts have been registered.
The spring sports teams are all about making history, and word around campus is that the Hartford track and field team is looking to post some more record-breaking performances this weekend at the UMass Lowell Invitational.
Might have to go.
Yep.
But that's right, the competitive roster of athletes in attendance is sure to push our Hawks to perform at the highest caliber. But you have to check in back next week for those results and more Hartford Athletics recap.